Okay, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Raymond again. So here, obviously, this is a breakdown of the painting I did for my barber. If you look into my shorts, you'll see one of my shorts there that shows the finished product pretty much. But this is the sort of early parts. I think I did another video of this, or another recording, should I say, which was way before this point, but obviously this is the early stage. So here we're adding a bunch of watercolor everywhere, just covering the canvas pretty much, getting real colorful, getting real crazy with it. The watercolors are always my base for everything because they're fun to use. They blend very well with each other because it's quite easy to blend watercolors. And I've always just enjoyed using watercolors in this way. So obviously we've got like a pretty much yellowish, brownish base for the skin tones and the hair and everything. It's crazy when you see the final product because like it looks very different to this. You know, the underlayers like these are not even visible, but they're essentially scaffolding for your own artistic vision, you know? You lay down the foundations and then you build upon them. So once we had established this sort of yellowish brownish base, obviously we had a bunch of like monuments at the bottom of the painting there, and then I wasn't sure what I was going to do the glasses, so I put this sort of green tint, or this yellowish luminous green tint in the beginning, and then we just kept messing around with the tones. I just wanted to see where we could go. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Yeah, so obviously here a bit more of that green tint I told you about. I was trying to like copy the GTA style, but obviously those artists are like profound artists, so hats off to the artists on the GTA covers. But that's what inspired a lot of this anyway. So yeah, shout out to Rockstar, shout out to GTA, you know, shout out to all of that stuff. So obviously this is what it was looking like. The yellow tones were turning a bit more brownish here. And then this is when I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go over the outline with one of my pens here. This is actually one of the first times I've done this because most of my paintings or my images don't really have this hard outline. But I think this is what I'm gonna add to my style. It's gonna become one of my styles of work here. So yeah, that pen started to run out, so I had to try a different one. This is like just a traditional biro, you know, with the black and orange. You know, everyone knows those biros that you can get anywhere. But I think that one wasn't working too well either, because the canvas underneath was a bit too rough, I guess, or difficult to use. So I tried out another pen, and then this one I think was our winner. And then yeah, you hit with, obviously with all of these, you interchange and swap out what works and what doesn't work. Hopefully I can put some good music with this to make it flow, but we'll see how that goes. And I hope my voice is nice and clear as well. But yeah, we started going over the edge of the outlines of different areas of the face, of the neck. You know, I really wanted to showcase the clean haircut that our boy's got here. And I was kind of cutting it close to the edge there, but that's part of the, you know, exercise when you do a painting. You know, you gauge how well you use the canvas. But yeah, and that's one of those things that just comes with time, and it's a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, more outline here. This is pretty much the final biro we used for for everything else. I don't know if you can even say biro, because it's it's one of those pens that's like encased in this branding, but the ink didn't feel like regular biro ink, you know. So yeah, I started putting outlines on pretty much everything because I wanted to make the whole image coherent. um, and I'm gonna continue to do this actually with my bigger pieces. I think I have found a new rhythm with all this stuff. And if you're here, watching this process with me, thank you. If you made it this far into the video, also thank you for watching. You know, I hope we can build a little community here. So yeah, here I could pretty much see where the foundation was, and then I decided, okay, I'll do some stuff off camera to blend in the skin tones, because I wasn't so sure. I knew I wanted him to be a darker skinned like man, but so I just kept playing around with that. Sometimes you don't need to record everything. Yeah, as I was saying, what? Why does it do that? What the fuck's going on? Oh god. Yeah, so as I was saying, obviously you don't need to record everything, and sometimes it's fun to just do stuff away from camera. Obviously, like I said, if you've watched this much of the video, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing and help me build this little community, and help me grow as an artist and as a video vlogger, I guess. Obviously towards the end here I added outlines to everything else, and then again I took a little break, and then I think I came back to this a little bit later. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Obviously, thank you for watching.